Okay, about the pop again. I can't stress enough, repeat enough about pop, because what we do in popping is pop. Most of the poppers are not popping right. What they're doing is they stomp, they bang their shoulders. Okay? Most of them, 99.9% of the poppers do this. And they think that it is pop, but it is not. A real pop would be an effect made by giving a very short tension in your muscles. Okay? Very short tension in your muscles. And it's not moving. It's not moving. It's not moving. It's not moving. Alright? You just make your muscle tense for a very short while, and only that would be a real pop. Okay? If you look at someone stomping, banging their shoulders, you might think, wow, the pop is strong. The pop is impressive. The pop has a lot of impact, but it's not pop, alright? Rather, if you see a real pop, it's not that much noticeable, okay? It's like a short stop, and it doesn't create a boom, boom, banging effect like this. If someone is popping and he is creating a banging effect, shaking effect like this, that means he's stomping his shoulders 100%. Okay? So, why is banging your shoulders bad? Why? The first reason is because it damages your shoulder. Okay? It's bad for your body. That's the most important reason. Alright? You will feel pain after doing popping. So if you feel pain after doing a dance move or anything, that means you're doing it wrong. Okay? So, and the second reason is because it's not pop. Okay? As I have told you, pop is the effect made by making your muscle tense for a short while. Only that can be called popping. Okay? So, if you do a real pop, it's not that noticeable. It looks like a short stop. Okay? If you look at Boogaloo Sam's pop, alright, it's not that much noticeable. You can hardly see him popping, but that's the real pop, because he's not stomping, banging his shoulder. That's why it might look unnoticeable, but that is the real pop. So every popper should change their idea about what pop is, and they should stop doing this. Okay. The reason why people bang their shoulders. When people start banging their shoulders, okay, the first thing they do is they lift their shoulders and they put it down, bang like this. Okay? But after that, they somehow find a way not to drop their shoulders, but bang in its place. Okay? But that is still not a real pop. Okay? The reason why people do this is because popping is hard. It's very hard to learn. Alright? So people try to pop in the beginning. Oh, how can I pop? How can I pop? And then they find the way to bang their shoulders. If you're going to bang your shoulders, what you have to do is you have to let go of the tension in your shoulder. That's the only way you can bang it. If you keep your tension in your shoulder, you can't bang it. Alright? So, that would be the method to do a real pop. Keep the tension in your shoulders. Okay? Don't let it drop. Keep the tension. Keep. Right? If you look at a lot of poppers, most of them, when they lift their arms, okay? When they lift, they have no problem banging their shoulders when their arms are low. But when they lift their shoulders, you can see that their shoulders, the posture of their shoulders is always a little awkward. Do you know what I mean? It's never like this. Because if you keep your tension like this, you can't bang your shoulder. So most of them do is they let go of the tension. So it's always like this. When the poppers lift their arms, in order for them to bang their shoulder, they have to let go of the tension in their shoulders. So it's always awkward. The move is always like this. They can never pop. They can never move like this because if they do, they can't bang their shoulders. They can't do their pop. Alright? So their moves always, like if they're doing toy man, it's always looking like this. Always. Why? Because they have to stop their shoulders. If you keep your tension in your shoulders, you can't bang it. So it's hard for them to pop. So what they do is, when they do toy man, or when they do scarecrow, this is how they look. Very awkward posture. But if you can do a real pop, you can stretch 100% and can still pop. Okay? You don't have to be in this position all the time. Okay? If you look at the poppers pop and they lift their arms, they're always like this. Always awkward shoulder positions. Why? Because they have to bang their shoulders. So try to keep the tension in your shoulder to learn how to do the real pop. Okay?